Snowmobiler TV has long promoted the importance of what volunteers mean to organize snowmobiling and how significant it is to show our appreciation for their efforts in keeping our trails and riding areas open and maintained. Being located in Ontario, as part of our appreciation, we support the Ontario Federation of Snowmobile Clubs Volunteer Family of the Year and reward them with a VIP riding experience. We provide an all-inclusive turnkey getaway in a riding area they have not yet experienced. This year's Family of the Year award winners, Bud and Doreen Knowles, members of the Baxter Snow Riders Club, like those who've come before them, are very deserving folks.
Well, that's Bud and Doreen Knowles from the Baxter Snowmobile Club in Muskoka. And they've been volunteers for many, many years and are really representative of the kinds of volunteers that make clubs across Ontario so successful.
Our day started off right with a hearty breakfast at our host hotel, the Shadow Gate, which is located directly on the trail system in Sudbury, the nickel capital of the world. The riding agenda for day one saw us heading out to sample the Chiniguchi Wolf Loop. This well-known loop route travels on 4 different clubs trails and passes through Wolf Lake Forest Reserve, one of Ontario's oldest growth forests. A bonus for us, leading our group, was Chuck Breathat, club president of STP. He showed off the best of the area, including the amazing views from atop Wolf Mountain.
We left the Shadow Gate and we went up the CD Trail and over to the C206D and around we started up on the Wolf Mountain, then we came back, we went on the 78 Trail across through the park on top of Lake Wanapate. It was beautiful through there. Then we went down 71 and across to the rail bed and back down the C Trail, which was very scenic, and we had the weather was nice and warm, nobody got cold. It was a nice day.
Being a club president and volunteer himself, Chuck knows how important it is to recognize the efforts and contributions of volunteers.
Family of the Year is very important to be recognized. Without the volunteers, there is no trails. So when the recognition, there are so many volunteers out there, and to be recognized to be a Volunteer of the Year is such a great honor. That means that you've put in a lot of hours, and that so much dedication that goes into that. That's a great honor, and they should be very proud, and we are all proud of them.
Having toured across Canada, Craig Nicholson, the intrepid snowmobiler and communications manager for the Ontario Federation, also knows how valuable volunteers are to snowmobiling.
Volunteer awards like the OFSC Family of the Year award are really important because it's not only a recognition of the people that actually win it, like Bud and Doreen, but it's a recognition of all the other people that like Bud and Doreen right across Ontario. And it's a recognition that family is really important to organize snowmobiling in Ontario, both as riders and as volunteers. And a lot of the clubs are families of people that get together and socialize and have fun. Many, many volunteers that do incredible number of hours, and it's really hard for those of us who don't do that kind of work to understand how many hours some of these people put in. I mean, it is really mind-boggling. And if snowmobilers would stop and just take a minute to think about, so they're paying whatever it is, $210, $260 for a permit. Yeah, they're getting groomed trails for that, but what they're really doing is encouraging those volunteers to keep on volunteering and to do an incredible amount of work that otherwise would have to be paid for. And if it wasn't for those volunteers, the permits would be twice as much as they are today.
The trails were groomed tabletop and the terrain kept the fun factor high, but the real stars on this ride were Bud and Doreen. Here's what these veteran riders shared with us about their tour in the Sudbury region and volunteerism.
Oh, it's lovely, varied terrain. It's just a really nice, super kind of trails that you're looking for when you go snowmobiling. I'll eliminate some of the bumps, but they were mostly just beautiful. So that's one of the things I like about the last couple of days, and the camaraderie and all that sort of stuff. So
last 2 days have been a bit of an experience. We've got to be able to compare the area in which we do most of our traveling with where we are now. And it is different. We've gone into lands that are just a little more open. The hills and dales are just lovely. Noticing the difference in the topography and as well with the trees that are coming in. We really enjoy it.
If you don't have volunteers and landowners, you don't have a trail. That's the end of it. Everybody's got to contribute, and the more people that contribute, the better the sport will be and the easier it'll be. And it's actually fun volunteering.
As it has been with every winner we've had the pleasure of riding with, Bud and Doreen were humble and gracious when it came to discussing them receiving the Family of the Year award.
Oh, we were shocked. Just made us tear up. We couldn't believe it. Did we deserve it? Well, we didn't think so, but others did. And here we are.
No words. And we were thrilled. And that's the reaction the guys that told us that's what they got. And it's unbelievable. I still can't believe it. You know, it's wonderful. We got the district and then the provincial. Holy. No, really, there are a lot of people that we know that have really put the time into the trails, and it's just fantastic. It's a good sport.
Congratulations to Bud and Doreen Knowles, the OFSC Family of the Year, and to every other volunteer that gives so much of their time so we can all enjoy riding the trails they help maintain.